folks, welcome to Toe Jam, a new behind-the-scenes look at songs, music videos, and other related stories with singer-songwriter Justin Toe.
Hi, Donovan.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, everybody.
So this is our second episode of the series. For those who don't know or didn't see the first one, it was almost like an origin story of how Justin Toe, singer-songwriter, came to be. Basically how you went from being a 40-something-year-old who had never done any music whatsoever in his life to, a singer-songwriter in just a few years. And now you're starting to receive some critical acclaim for a recently released song and music video. And now, Justin, it seems your story is continuing with a new song that's going to be released soon. And you've said very little about it up to this point, even to me. So I'm curious as to, to find out about your new song. Tell us about it.
Sure. Well, the name of the song is Master Plan, and it's going to be released online as well as a music video that's coming out related to the song. And the timing right now is looking like late October, early part of November range.
Okay.
And if you'd like to get specific notifications when it's released and when there's an official release date, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, or you can follow me on my Justin Toe Music Facebook page, or subscribe to the newsletter on my website, www.justintoe.com. And any of those ways will keep you notified about the details.
Yeah. Can you give us a brief summary of what Master Plan's about?
Sure. So the idea behind Master Plan is there's a young man and he falls for a young woman, but he feels like he's just not good enough for her. So he develops these ideas, this plan in his mind, a master plan for how he can prove his worth to this young woman. And beyond that, whether he eventually wins her over or not, to find out, you'll need to tune in.
So if I'm understanding correctly here, it sounds like this could be like a Justin Toe love song.
Well, as far as a love song, what I would say is, if Against the Tide was, which was my last song, was generally considered kind of an inspirational theme song.
Sure.
But I'd say in the very general category, Master Plan could be considered a love song. But hold on, don't anybody turn off the video or anything. No guys turning off or running for the hills or anything. Or girls maybe scooting a little closer because I hear it's a love song. It's not that type of thing. I think it's something that everybody's gonna enjoy. It's not one of those, weepy kind of love songs. It's got some punch to it, and when you hear it, I think you'll see exactly what I mean. I think it's gonna be a song that everybody's gonna enjoy. It's gonna be for, I think, men, women, boys, girls,
sure,
cats, dogs,
okay,
birds, frogs. Everybody, right, I think, is going to be able to enjoy this one, I believe. And we'll talk a little more about details behind it coming up a little later in the video, too.
Very cool. Yeah, I definitely want to hear more about it. So what else has been going on with you, though, in terms of music and otherwise these past several weeks?
Yeah. Well, as far as music stuff, I've been getting back into some songs that I partially completed a while back and trying to refine those and get those all finished, basically. So that's musically one thing, in addition to planning for Master Plan. As far as just other general things, one thing I did, this was several weeks ago, but I got to attend my high school reunion.
Oh,
so that was pretty cool.
Really? So tell me something about that. Had people seen the video, Against the Tide?
Almost everybody had seen it, and I got a lot of great encouragement from people about it. So it was really neat. Yeah, I got to see a lot of nice people and cool people I hadn't seen in a long time. So it was a good experience. And while I'm thinking about it, and I got it kind of on my mind, I want to just do a quick shout out to everybody who might be from Hendersonville High School watching this, whether you were in my class or another class. Just a quick shout out of Go Commandos! That's the name of,
That's the kind of mascot?
Yeah, it's Hendersonville High School.
Hey, Go Commandos then.
Yeah. And you'll probably never forget that name now. You know?
Any team of Justin's is a team of mine, okay? So pride in your school, that's even decades later. That's really phenomenal. I love it. So, but I'm curious, tell me a bit about what you were like in high school. Because I know you didn't do music back then, so what did you do?
Well, in high school, I played a number of sports, and that's about it. Yeah, that's pretty much, all I was kind of known for, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I was a real quiet kid, especially middle school and high school, just kind of shy and probably not too confident in myself, I guess.
Well, just if you don't mind me saying so, it seems like the way you were when you were younger makes what you're doing now seem even more improbable, even if that's even possible. So as a shy, insecure teenager who was completely non-musical, would you ever have imagined in 1,000 years that you'd be a rock singer-songwriter?
No, I didn't really see that one coming.
Well, see, I love that though, because I know we want to talk more about the new song, but we had also planned on having a segment in each episode where we talk about the story behind a song or a video or part of the video.
Right.
So the story I wanted to ask you about was the lacrosse story from your Against the Tide video. So would you, with what you just told us about your sports background, would you give us some background on where that came from then?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So in the Against the Tide video, that lacrosse story is really the other one besides my kind of musical story. That's part of that. That's really throughout the video. There's pieces of it from the beginning to the end of the video, and it's based on the true story of a boy named John who had a pretty rare disease from the time he was born, and it made him almost crippled when he was a little kid. So I remember he was telling me some of the details about it. When he was a kid, he was like a little kid, he was in constant pain. He told me he had to, at one point, just stay in bed for like a full year or more. Like couldn't even really get out of bed because of his condition.
Really?
And when he basically got to the point where he could get out of bed, he had to use crutches for a number of years to get around. And even when he got past the crutches, he was only able to walk with a significant limp and just had a real different walking style because of his condition. So he had a lot of obstacles, obviously, going on, but he managed to overcome a lot of those obstacles, or at least find a way to deal with them through the sport of lacrosse and working to become a lacrosse goalie. And so, basically in the video, we show several different pieces of his story. We show the part where he was initially getting into practicing lacrosse, trying to learn how to be a goalie when he was still on crutches. He was kind of bouncing on his crutches, learning how to stop shots on goal. So,
wow.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
So that's awesome, first of all. That is a very inspirational story.
Thanks. Yeah, I agreed that it was something that we really wanted to have in the video once I heard it and stuff. And that was, just the beginning part we show. After that, we kind of show, we show a part where he's getting basically teased by other lacrosse players, teammates who kind of made fun of him for his walking style that he had, which was a different kind of walk. And he told me that happened like all the time. And then we kind of show later his ultimate triumph when he actually gets to get into a game finally and gets to play. And so the details behind it, real quick, John managed to make his middle school team, but he got on the team, as he told me, basically as a token gesture. Like coaches kind of felt sorry for him. He was the crippled kid, and they knew he loved lacrosse, so they thought they'd kind of give him a thrill by letting him be on the team, be on the team kind of thing.
Yeah.
So he basically rode the bench, never got to play or even came close to getting to play for like a full season or more. And then finally, the very last game of one particular season, his team was getting blown out by their opponents. The game was pretty much already over as far as the score, more or less. So the coach was like, got nothing to lose, might as well give him a thrill, let him get in the game. So John got to go in.
Give him a shot,
Yeah, he got to go in. At that point, it's kind of like destiny took over.
guitar sure is worth the ride.
Wow. Wow. That is incredible. So you go from being bedridden to essentially, coming in to save the day in a lacrosse game. That's really cool. That's awesome that you put that in there.
Yeah, and basically, kind of the way it happened, which you kind of see some of the video, but John blocked every single shot when he came in the game, so he became like the hero of the game and inspired his teammates to an incredible come from behind victory. And then from there, he went on like the next season to become a regular starter throughout middle school and high school. He eventually went to college to play lacrosse, became an All-American, and then he went on to coach high school lacrosse, became one of the all-time winningest high school lacrosse coaches in Tennessee. And he's still coaching today in a different state, still involved with lacrosse.
Yeah.
He's close to 60 now, but still doing that. And one other detail I'll add is his story is being considered as a potential Hollywood movie.
Oh, wow. A Hollywood movie. I did not know that. I definitely see that after what the story you just told me. So, okay, but Justin, the Against the Tide video is really pretty darn epic. And the song itself is very catchy. So how are you possibly going to top that with this next song of yours, Master Plan?
Well, I don't necessarily look at it like topping per se as far as something to strive for. I kind of look at it like each song has its own essence, basically, and it kind of needs to stand on its own. I think these are very different songs. I think Master Plan is going to have more of a combination of, certainly some rock, also some pop in it, even a little bit here and there of country influence with some of the instruments that are used in certain places. Whereas I saw Against the Tide, to me, as being a little bit closer to more of a pure rock song.
Right.
So there's that difference.
Okay.
Subject matter of the songs is different, and the video itself, the video for Master Plan is going to be night and day different than the video for Against the Tide.
Oh, right. Night and day different.
Yep.
Wow. So what do you mean? Are you going to show it to me? You're going to show it to me in advance, right? Before we release it.
We'll talk, Donovan. We'll talk.
All right. Well, I think it's time to wrap up here. So, are any last words for the viewers, for some fans?
Just want to say thanks everybody for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you can also check me out on my Justin Toe Music Facebook page. And I'm on Instagram and Twitter. And if you like these, Justin Toe, Toe Jam episodes that we're doing, and or you like the music videos, please pass them on, whether it's through Facebook and sharing them on Facebook or emailing, however you want to do it. The only way this is going to really grow is with your help in terms of passing it on. So really appreciate it. And if you want an easy way to find the links to all the videos, you can go to my website, www.justintoe.com. As soon as you get there, big and bold, right on the homepage, you'll see all the links. And I guess that's about it.
All right. Well, thanks everyone. So be sure to check out Master Plan coming very soon. And we'll see you on the next Toe Jam.
Thanks everybody.
Justin,
Thanks,
thank you, sir.